Now that's what I call a ninja move. For Maka just zipped through with those extra 0.1 seconds shaved off like they were trimming the fat from a race burger. Let's see if they can keep up this pace. Speedy chefs in the pit crew maybe? Nukem Bakken from Team Death Robots has made a significant move, now holding power after successfully overtaking Elite 403. Meanwhile, Okayoki 3 has ascended to 6th by getting past Huggard 3. In Pate, Grinijeb has also gained ground, overtaking Lord of the Jungle. The positions are shifting quickly as the race progresses. Lord of the Jungle has successfully advanced to P9 after a clean overtake on both Byakunshaw and Maya. Meanwhile, Byakunshaw and Maya have retaken Pen by pushing past Todd R. Gardner. There's currently an intense battle for Pen between Byakunshaw and Maya in their Opel Calibra DTM and Todd R. Gardner in the Mercedes Cone 180 DTM, showcasing some competitive driving as they jostle for position. Neither has rapidly ascended to first position, executing an impressive maneuver that saw them overtake 21 cars. Following that, Naibi managed to pass 13 Shinigami competitors in a single shot to secure the top spot. Meanwhile, the battle for 8th place intensifies between Rosarius Guy and the Alfa Romeo 155, T6 and Grinjeb in the Mercedes 190, Evo the second. Both cars are closely matched as they jockey for position. Grinijeb from Team, also No Name Racing, has successfully moved into 7th after overtaking Rosarius Guy from Team, No Name Racing. Meanwhile, there's an intense battle for Pen between Byakunshaw and Maya in an Opel Calibra DTM and Todd R. Gardner in a Mercedes Cone 180 DTM. Koki Beninity has made a notable move as well, advancing to 15 after getting past Kazusha. Lord of the Jungle has gained a position, now in pit after successfully overtaking both Byakunshaw and Maya.D. This move pushes Byakunshaw and Maya down to P9, as they manage to overtake Grinijeb. Meanwhile, Wayne 24 has advanced to P22 by overtaking Risaldi Adadata. The race dynamics are shifting as these cars battle for better positions on the track. Hot Wheels Skidoo has successfully reduced the gap to La Croissant 1980 to 2.5 seconds, indicating a strong push as they aim for a higher position. Meanwhile, Hot Wheels Skidoo is engaged in an intense battle for P25 with Brno and myself, Amy Daty. The competition is tight as we jockey for position, making this a crucial moment in the race. Katishok from Team S1 has successfully moved up to 15, after a clean overtake on N29 Kiator. This has sparked a fierce battle for that position, with N29 Kia not backing down. Meanwhile, Famaka has made progress as well, advancing to P19 by overtaking Dufda. The positioning is tightening as the race continues. Elite 403 in the BMW M3 GTR. Evo is currently engaged in a tight battle for 6th position with Wazirius Guy in the Alfa Romeo 155T verse 6. The two cars are neck and neck, with Elite 403 looking to make a move on the inside at the next corner. Koki Beninity from Team No Name Racing has successfully moved up to 13th place after overtaking Huggard 3 from Team Nafcom Kings. That was a clean maneuver, showcasing great racecraft. Meanwhile, Drino and Amy have advanced to 24th position, having overtaken La Croissant 1980. This move demonstrates strategic positioning, as they look to gain further ground in the race. Elite 403 maintains a slight lead over Lord of the Jungle as they navigate the tight corners, both drivers pushing their machines to the limit. Elite 403 in the BMW M3 GTR Evo is demonstrating excellent cornering skills, while Lord of the Jungle in the Mercedes 190 Evo Tsuki is trying to find an opportunity for an overtake. Meanwhile, Tenkaman in 704 is closely tailing Famaka for Pay Team. Both drivers are showing comparable speeds, but Tenkaman in 704 in the BMW M3 GTR Evo is looking for a chance to close the gap on Famaka's Alfa Romeo 155 TP6. The battle for positioning is intense as they head into the next straightaway. The dynamics of both battles are heating up with potential overtakes looming in the coming corners. Shinigami's off to a strong lead, showcasing some serious acceleration. Kamikaze 38 is right on their tail, looking for an opening. Neo Texan is holding steady in third, but needs to close that gap if they want to make any moves. It's shaping up to be an exciting start. Lord of the Jungle has experienced significant issues, dropping back to 28th position after losing 7 spots. In contrast, Brno has made notable progress, advancing to 8th place by overtaking both Biokunshaw and Maya Duttate. The trio is currently engaged in a close battle for that 8th position, with Brno in a Mercedes 190 Evo second, while Biokunshaw and Maya are both piloting an Opel Calibra DTM. The racing dynamics are heating up as they jockey for position. Naiba continues to close the gap on Lord of the Jungle, now down to 2.2 seconds. The tension builds as Naiba approaches the final turn, utilizing a tighter racing line. Meanwhile, in the mid-pack, Racex has executed a clean overtake on Speed Demon, moving up into 5th place. The top 3 remain steady, but are closely monitored by the AI algorithms for potential slip-ups. Haha, I love a good roll moment. Gotta keep it interesting out there. Elite 403 is currently struggling, dropping down to P23 after losing 15 positions. Meanwhile, Todd Gardner has made a significant move up to P8, successfully overtaking Cedric. Cedric, however, has fought back, and is now in P9 after overtaking both Biokunshaw and Maya. The race dynamics are shifting rapidly as positions change. Neo-Texum has successfully moved into P2 after overtaking 13 Shinigami. The two cars are now engaged in a tight battle for that second position, with Shinigami trying to reclaim the spot. Neo-Texum is holding strong, but Shinigami is closing in, setting up for a potential counter-overtake. Meanwhile, the leader maintains a steady gap ahead. Shinigami has now secured P2 after successfully overtaking Neo-Texum. In the battle for P9, Biokunshaw and Maya in their Opel Calibra DTM are closely contested with Cedric, who is driving a Mercedes Cone 180 DTM. The 3 cars are maintaining a tight formation, showcasing impressive maneuvering as they navigate the track. The race dynamics are intensifying as they push for position. Kokubinanati has advanced to P9 after successfully overtaking both Biokunshaw and Maya Duttate. Meanwhile, Uber 3 has climbed to P11, taking advantage of the opportunity to pass Kazashuk. In response, Kazashuk from Team S1 has moved up to P12 by overtaking N29K, representing Team Also No Name Racing. The positions are shifting as the race continues to develop. Elite 403 has significantly reduced the gap to Brno and Amy, now trailing by just 2 seconds. As they approach the next turn, Elite 403 appears to be gaining speed, potentially setting up for an overtake. Meanwhile, Brno maintains a steady pace, while Amy holds her position firmly. The tension is building as Elite 403 continues to close in. Kamikaze 38 has dropped back to P12 after losing 7 positions. Brainhip has advanced to 5, successfully overtaking Todd R. Gardner. Todd R. Gardner now sits at 6 after passing Cedric. Three is currently in 3rd position, closely followed by One Serious Guy, who is right on their tail. They are both navigating the tight corners of the track, with One Serious Guy attempting to find an opening for an overtake. Meanwhile, the leader, Car 5, is maintaining a solid gap in 1st place, while Car 2 holds steady in 2nd. 3 is defending well, but it looks like One Serious Guy is gearing up for a potential move coming out of the final turn. The chin is building as they approach the straightaway. One Serious Guy is making his move. Kamikaze 38 has successfully overtaken Hugget 3, advancing to P11 in the standings. The move was executed smoothly on the inside line as they approached the tight turn. Hugget 3 now trails in P12, while the rest of the field maintains their positions ahead. The race continues to be competitive. Nukem Bokum has successfully moved into P2, executing a clean overtake on Okayoki 3 from Racing Potatoes. Meanwhile, Hugit 3 has advanced to Pen after overtaking both Bukenshaw and Maya Dite. Currently, there's an intense battle for Pen as Hugit 3, in the Alfa Romeo 155 TV6, is defending against Bukenshaw and Maya, both driving the Opel Calibra DTM. The dynamics in that section are heating up as they jostle for position. N29K has successfully moved up to P12 after executing a clean overtake on Kamikaze 38. The maneuver appears to have been well timed as N29K utilized the slipstream effectively to gain speed on the straight. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38 will need to regroup and focus on maintaining their position while looking for potential opportunities to counterattack. The battle for positions continues to heat up in the mid-pack goal. Kamikaze 38 has successfully moved up to 11th position, overtaking both Biocrenshaw and Maya. Meanwhile, N29 Kia in the Alfa Romeo 155 TT6 is locked in a close battle with Neo-Texum, who is driving the BMW M3 GTR Avivo for 13th place. The competition is intense as both drivers navigate the track fiercely. Assetto for 103 has made a significant move, advancing to P21 after successfully overtaking Rizaldi Adija. The maneuver was executed on the inside line during the last turn, showcasing Elite 403's precise driving skills. Meanwhile, the rest of the field continues to battle closely in their respective positions. Wayne Trinity 4 in the Opel Calibra DTM is currently holding off Elite 403, who is pushing hard in the BMW M3 GTR Evo for that 20th position. Wayne Trinity 4 has been defensive on the corners, but Elite 403 is looking for an opportunity as they approach the next chicane. Elite 403 sets up for a late apex, getting a better exit out of the turn, and is now side by side with Wayne Trinity 4 on the straight. They're neck and neck going into the next corner. It's a fierce battle between these two drivers as they jockey for position. As the race continues, Grinning Jeb has experienced a significant setback, dropping 11 positions to now sit in P10. Meanwhile, Okayoki and Wazirius Guy are locked in a close battle for P2, exchanging positions as they navigate through the track. Koki Beninity has made progress, moving up to Seven after successfully overtaking Kazushuk. The dynamics are shifting rapidly as the drivers push for better placements. Wazirius Guy has successfully moved into P2, overtaking Okayoki 3. The two are now locked in a tight battle for that position. Both cars are showing impressive speed as they navigate the track, with Wazirius Guy maintaining a slight advantage. Okayoki 3 is currently trying to find an opening to reclaim P2 duet. The dynamics of this duel are intensifying with each lap. The battle for P2 is heating up as the Serious Guy from Team No Name Racing and Okayoki 3 are neck and neck, exchanging positions frequently. Meanwhile, The fight for P11 features Bioconshore and Maya in their Opel Calibra DTM squaring off against N2090A, who is piloting an Alfa Romeo 155. Tie for 6. The competition is tight as they jockey for their spots on the track. Three and Waziri's Guy are locked in an intense battle for P2 soon. Both cars are closely matched in speed, with 3 taking the inside line on turn 5 but unable to complete the overtake. Waziri's Guy holds the position, maintaining a defensive stance as they exit the corner. Meanwhile, the leader has pulled a slight gap ahead, but this duel for second is heating up. Brno makes another attempt down the back straight, closing the gap again. The tension is palpable as they approach the next turn, and it looks like 3 may have a better exit. Shinigami has advanced to P3, successfully overtaking Okayoki 3 Twaita. Elite 403 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Novarok and Sirironbot by 2.1 seconds. The competition is intensifying as these drivers push their limits. Yongshaw and Maya have successfully moved up to P12, after an overtaking maneuver on Tenka Minin 704. Meanwhile, Tenka Minin 704, now in P13, has also made a move to overtake New Texan, who has dropped to 13. The two are now engaged in a close battle for P13, with both cars vying for position as the race continues. Okayoki 3 has dropped significantly, now in 16 after falling back 12 positions. Todao Gardner has successfully moved into P4, overtaking Cydric in the process. Cydric has responded well, reclaiming 5 by overtaking Cookie Beninity from Team No Name Racing. The dynamics are shifting as the race progresses. Right out of the gate, Greninja takes the lead with some slick maneuvering. Lucan Bokum seems to be hot on his tail, just a second behind. Meanwhile, Waziri's Guy is attempting to close the gap, but is facing some fierce competition. This is shaping up to be an exciting race already. Waziri's Guy has successfully overtaken 13 Shinigami, and has moved into P2 Koadei. Meanwhile, 13 Shinigami has responded by overtaking Greninja, securing P3 for themselves. In the mid-pack, Kazushuk has advanced to P8 after executing an overtake on Koki Beninity. Sabina 27, has gained a position, now in P13, after successfully overtaking Duff Dad. In response, Duff Dad has moved ahead of Famaka to secure 14. Meanwhile, Famaka has managed to pass Funya Show Gaming, positioning themselves at 15. The dynamics in the mid-pack are shifting rapidly as these cars jostle for better placements. Hugger 3 and Kamikaze 38 are locked in a tight contest for Pate, with Hug 3 in the Alfa Romeo 155 tie fix trying to fend off the pressure from Kamikaze 38 in the BMW M3 GTR Evo. Meanwhile, Neo Texan has successfully moved up to 17 after overtaking Wayne Trinity 4. Additionally, Novarok and Sir Ironbot have advanced to P23 by overtaking Hot Wheels Ski Dome. The competition is heating up as positions shift. We've got a thrilling start, with Nukembokum from Death Robots taking the lead. He's not just driving, he's essentially defying gravity right now. One serious guy is keeping pace right behind him, but Shinigami is already looking for ways to sneak up on them. Let's see if he can pull off a daring move. It's still early, but the tension is already building. Koki Bininity in the Mercedes Cone 180 DTM is currently holding off Kamikaze 38 in the BMW M3 GTR Evo for 7th place. Both drivers are closely matched, with Koki Bininity managing to maintain a slight edge as they navigate the track. Further back in the field, La Cuisson 1980 in the Opel Calibra DTM is engaged in a tight battle for 23rd position, with Novarok and Sir Ironbot both driving the Mercedes Cone 180 DTM. The three cars are tightly packed, exchanging positions as they race through the corners, with La Cuisson in 1980 attempting to fend off the two challengers. The dynamics in these battles are intensifying as the race progresses. Koki Bininity is now in 7 after successfully overtaking Hugger 3. In response, Hug 3 has advanced to Pate by overtaking N29 Key Altitude. Meanwhile, N29 Key has taken P9 from Kamikaze 38, showcasing some aggressive racing tactics. The positions are shifting rapidly as drivers make their moves. Funya Show Gaming has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Kamikaze 38 by 31.3 seconds. This puts them in a strong position as they continue to chase down. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack remains steady, with no major position changes reported at this moment. The dynamics are shifting as Funya Shell Gaming's pace increases, setting up for a potential overtake soon. Kamikaze 38 is now just 2.2 seconds behind Famaka, steadily reducing the distance with consistent lap times. The car's acceleration out of the corner seems to be improving, indicating a potential overtake in the near future. Meanwhile, in third place we have Speedster 989, maintaining a solid pace but unable to catch the leaders. In fourth, Drift King 7 is battling with Lightning Fast 24, who is now within striking distance, just 1 second apart. The dynamics are shifting as Kamikaze 38 ramps up the pressure on Famaka. Wayne 94 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Sabina 27 by 6.1 seconds. Duff Dad has successfully overtaken Famaka, now positioned at P12 toll. Meanwhile, Famaka has countered by overtaking Kamikaze 38, moving into P13 DNT. The race dynamics are shifting as positions change quickly. Hugot 3 and N29 Kia are closely matched as they navigate through the tight corners, with Hugot 3 edging slightly ahead on the inside line. N29 Kia makes a late braking move trying to regain position, but has to lift to avoid contact. They're side by side entering the long straight now. It's a fierce fight for pate, with both drivers using their DRS effectively. As they approach the first turn, Hugot 3 defends the inside line successfully, maintaining the position for now. N29 Kia is not giving up and looks to set up for another attack. Tenkamin in 7-4 has successfully moved into pin, executing a clean overtake on both Byokunshaw and Mayadak Toll. This marks a significant advancement in position for Tenkamin 704 as they continue to push forward in the race. The dynamics are tightening up in the midfield as drivers jockey for position. Famaka in the Alfa Romeo 155. Type V6 is closely trailing Kamikaze 38 in the BMW M3 GTR Evo as they approach the final sector. Famaka makes a bold move on the inside at the tight corner, managing to gain a fraction of an advantage. Kamikaze 38 responds quickly, attempting to retake the position on the exit. They are now side by side down the straight, with Famaka inching ahead, but Kamikaze 38 isn't giving up easily. The battle for P13 intensifies as they head into the next turn, with both cars fighting for traction. It's a tight race for those crucial positions. Nukambokan from Team Death Robots has indeed struggled, dropping 6 positions to 7. Meanwhile, 13 Shinigami has made a significant move, taking the lead, and now sits in pole after successfully overtaking Todd R. Gardner. Todd R. Gardner is currently in P2, having also overtaken Cydrek, who is now in P3 to all. The race is tightening at the front. Neotexum has successfully moved into P8 after an overtake on Kazisha. Tenkamen in 704 is now closing in on Hagerd 3, reducing the gap to 4.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Gyokunsha and Maya have both advanced to P13, having overtaken Funya Shell Gaming. Novaruk and Sirayambot have made a strong surge, climbing up the field by overtaking 4 cars to secure P19. However, Funya Shell Gaming has quickly countered this move, advancing to P18 by overtaking both Novaruk and Sirayambot. In response, Novaruk and Sirayambot have regained their momentum, moving back up to P19 after overtaking Waintre 94 from Team Wangan Midnight Runners. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race dynamics continue to evolve. Kokubin Energy has successfully made a move into P3, overtaking Cydrek on the inside at turn 5. The maneuver was clean and well-timed, allowing Kokubin Energy to accelerate out of the corner. Meanwhile, Cydrek drops back to Pfawa. The battle for position remains tight as the drivers continue to push their limits. N29 Kia has gained a position, now in P9 after successfully overtaking Hugard 3. In response, Hugard 3 has advanced to Pen by overtaking Tenkamen in 704. Meanwhile, Tenkamen 704 has climbed to P11, completing an overtake on both B. Crenshaw and Maya Dolchantilo. The positions are shifting rapidly as we approach the next lap. Kamikaze 38 has successfully moved into third place, executing a clean overtake on Nukambokum. Katsushuk follows closely behind, advancing to fifth place after getting past Todd R. Gardner. Meanwhile, Elite 403 has made progress as well, climbing to 19th position by overtaking Wayne Trey 94. The race is intensifying with these strategic maneuvers. Okayoki 3 is gaining on Novaruk and Sir Ironbot, reducing the gap by 32.9 seconds. The distance between Okayoki 3 and Novaruk is now down to 15 seconds. Sir Ironbot is maintaining its position in second place, but is under pressure from Okayoki 3, which is now just 10 seconds behind. As they approach the next turn, Okayoki 3 is taking the wider line, possibly setting up for an overtake. Sir Ironbot seems to be defending well, but Okayoki 3 appears to have more speed down the straightaway. With less than half of the race remaining, the dynamics are intensifying as Okayoki 3 closes in further. Funya Shell Gaming has successfully moved up to 17, after overtaking Rizaldi out at . Meanwhile, Wayne Trey 94 is closing in on Elite 403, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. In a tight battle, Okayoki 3 is also gaining on both Novaruk and Sir Ironbot, decreasing the distance by 2.8 seconds. Hot Wheels Skidon has just executed a clean overtake on La Croissant 1980, moving into P21. Meanwhile, La Croissant 1980 responded quickly, passing Elite 403 to reclaim position, now sitting at P22. The dynamics in the mid-pack are shifting as these competitors jockey for position. Nukambokum and Katsushuk are currently locked in a tight battle for fourth place. They're trading positions, with Nukambokum gaining a slight advantage on the inside line at the last corner. Katsushuk is not backing down, however, applying pressure and looking for a way to retake that position on the next straight. The gap is minimal as they head towards the next turn. Both drivers are showing impressive control and strategy in this fierce competition. Okayoki 3 has significantly reduced the gap to Novaruk and Sir Ironbot, now just 2 seconds behind them. The dynamics are shifting as Okayoki 3 pushes hard for an overtake. Meanwhile, Novaruk and Sir Ironbot are maintaining their positions, but they need to keep an eye on the rapidly approaching Okayoki 3. The tension is building in the race as we approach the next turn. Okayoki 3 is now just 1.8 seconds behind Novaruk, while Sir Ironbot holds a steady position ahead. The gap between Okayoki 3 and Sir Ironbot remains at about 3 seconds. In the last lap we saw a significant maneuver from Okayoki 3, as it executed a clean overtake on Novaruk, moving into second place. The race dynamics are shifting as Sir Ironbot tries to fend off the pressure from both competitors. It will be interesting to see how this plays out in the next few laps. Neotexum has successfully moved into P12 after overtaking Kamikaze 38 from Team One Gun Midnight Runners. Meanwhile, Subinir 27 is making progress as well, reducing the gap to Kamikaze 38 by 2.9 seconds. In the battle for positions, Okayoki 3 is closing in on both Novaruk and Sir Ironbot, slicing through the distance by 2.5 seconds. The dynamics are shifting as these drivers push for better placements. Hot Wheels Skidon in the Opel Calibra DTM is maintaining position just ahead of Elite 403, who is hot on their tail in the BMW M3 GTR Evo. The gap is minimal as they approach a tight corner. Hot Wheels Skidon takes the inside line, but Elite 403 looks to be gearing up for an overtake on the outside. As they exit the corner, Elite 403 attempts to pull alongside Hot Wheels Skidon, but Hot Wheels Skidon effectively defends their position, shutting the door. They head into the next straight and Elite 403 is looking for a substream opportunity to regain some speed. The battle continues as they approach another turn, with Elite 403 trying to get a better angle for a potential die. This duel for P22 is heating up, with both drivers showing impressive control and strategy. No changes in position yet, but it's clearly an intense contest. Wunzerius Guy has reduced the gap to 13 Shinigami, now just 2.9 seconds behind and gaining on the leader. Meanwhile, Okayoki 3, from Team Racing Potatoes is also making strides, closing in on Hot Wheels Skidon by the same 2.9 seconds. Both competitors are showing strong pace as the race progresses. Lacroisson 1980 in the Opel Calibra DTM is currently challenging Elite 403, who is behind the wheel of the BMW M3 GTR Evo, for position 21 grips. They are closely matched as they approach the sharp turn at the end of the straight. Lacroixon 1980 attempts an inside line, getting a bit closer to a lead 403. The two cars are neck and neck as they exit the turn, with Lacroixon 1980 gaining slightly on the straightaway. Elite 403 defends the position by maintaining a tight racing line. This battle for 21st is heating up. Elite 403 is now just 2 seconds behind Rizaldi Ata, making a notable effort to close that gap. In the meantime, we have Jason 87 maintaining a steady pace in 3rd place, but he's about 5 seconds behind the leaders. The dynamics are intensifying as Elite 403 gains ground. We should keep an eye on potential overtakes if this trend continues. Sirius Guy has just taken the lead, moving up to pole after a successful overtake on 13 Shinigami. The maneuver was executed with precision, showcasing excellent timing and control. 13 Shinigami now sits in P2, having lost ground but still within striking distance. The gap between the top two is narrowing as they approach a tight corner. This will be crucial for maintaining their positions. Kamikaze 38 has successfully moved into 12th position after overtaking Neotexum. Meanwhile, Elite 403 has advanced to 20th place by getting past Rizaldi Ada from Team Quark Express. The race is becoming increasingly competitive as positions shift on the track. Sabia 27 has just made a notable move, advancing to P13 after successfully overtaking Famakadat. Meanwhile, Famaka has responded by taking 14 from Neotexum. On another front, Duffdad is gaining ground on Neotexum, reducing the gap by 2.9 seconds as the race progresses. The dynamics are shifting quickly as we move further into the competition. Rizaldi Ada has gained a position, now at P20 after overtaking Lacroixon 1980. Lacroixon 1980 responds by moving up to P21, successfully passing Hot Wheels Skydon. Hot Wheels Skydon then follows suit, advancing to P22, after overtaking Okayoke 3. The positions are shifting as the drivers continue their battle on the track. Crenshaw and Maya, both in the Opel Calibre DTM, are closely competing for position with Kamikaze 38 in the BMW M3 GTR Evo as they approach the final sector. Crenshaw makes a move on the inside of Maya, but Maya holds the tight line, maintaining P11. Kamikaze 38 is right on their tail, looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistakes. All three cars are very close with only a few tenths separating them. The pressure is on as they head into the next turn, and it will be interesting to see if Kamikaze 38 can find a way past either of the Opels. Hey there, Con. Welcome back to the chaos of virtual racing. Buckle up, it's about to get wild. Party popper automobile dashing away. Neo Texum has made a significant move, now positioned in 14th after overtaking Famaka. Meanwhile, Elite 403 has climbed to 24th place, successfully passing both Novarok and Sirarmbot Dogdig. The race continues to see some dynamic shifts in positions. Neo Texum has successfully reduced the gap to 70.27 by 2 seconds, indicating a strong push as they approach the next corner. 7.27 will need to defend their position carefully to maintain the lead. The dynamics are shifting as Neo Texum gains momentum on the straights. Tenkamin in 700 and Famikaze 38 are locked in a close fight for 10th position, with both cars swapping places multiple times as they navigate the corners. Meanwhile, Hot Wheels Skidon in the Opel Calibre DTM is under pressure from Okayoki 3 in the Alfa Romeo 155 T6 as they contest 22nd place. The two are showing strong pace, but Hot Wheels Skidon is managing to defend effectively for now. The dynamics in both battles are intense as the drivers push their limits. Nukenbocken has successfully moved into Pfauer, executing an overtake on Todd R. Gardner. The battle for Pfauer is intensifying as both drivers push their limits. Nukenbocken is piloting the Alfa Romeo 155 Type V6, showcasing impressive speed and cornering, while Todd R. Gardner in the Mercedes Cone 180 DTM is not backing down, trying to regain his position. The dynamics between these two cars are critical as they navigate the track, with close proximity indicating a potential for further action. Cedric has successfully moved into 5 after overtaking Todd R. Gardner. Nilahitantemi and Ilyasesin Tefbuleg Gardner. Meanwhile, Neo Texum has climbed to P13 by overtaking 7A27. The race continues to see some strategic moves as drivers jockey for position. Todd R. Gardner in the Mercedes Cone 180 DTM is currently neck and neck with Huggard 3 in the Alfa Romeo 155 T6 for 6th place. They are approaching a tight corner, with Todd attempting to take the inside line. Huggard 3 maintains a slight advantage on the outside, but Todd's late braking could give him the edge. The two cars are side by side as they exit the corner. Huggard 3 holds on to 6 for now, but Todd is not backing down, maintaining pressure as they head into the next straight. The gap is minimal, and Todd is looking for an opportunity to overtake. They remain locked in this intense battle. Neo Texum is making significant progress, closing the gap to Kamikaze 38 by 23 seconds. Meanwhile, Yokrenshaw and Maya have successfully moved up to position 11 after overtaking Kamikaze 38. The dynamics are shifting as Neo Texum continues to chase down Kamikaze 38. Lacroixon 1980, in the Opel Calibre DTM, is currently holding off a challenge from Okayoki 3, who is right on their tail in the Alfa Romeo 155 T6. As they approach turn 5, Okayoki 3 attempts to dive on the inside, but Lacroixon 1980 defends well, maintaining position. They exit the corner nearly side by side, with Lacroixon 1980 inching ahead down the straight. However, Okayoki 3 is not giving up and is closing the gap again as they approach the next turn. The battle for P21 is intensifying. Shinigami has lost momentum and dropped to P8 after falling back 6 positions. Katsushok has made an impressive move, overtaking Nukenbakum to secure P22. Following that, Nukenbakum has regained some ground by overtaking Cedric, now sitting in P3. Kazushuk and Nukembokan are currently neck and neck as they approach the final turn. Kazushuk attempts an inside line, but Nukembokan holds his position on the outside. They exit the turn simultaneously, with Kazushuk slightly edging ahead on the straightaway. Looking further back, we see Trickett and Speedmaster battling for bowing. Trickett makes a move on the inside, pulling alongside Speedmaster, but Speedmaster maintains his speed and keeps the position. In the front, the leader has opened up a significant gap, while the midfield remains tightly packed, indicating potential for further action as the race progresses. Cedric has successfully moved into P3, executing a clean overtake on Kazushuk. Cedric is piloting a Mercedes Cone 180 DTM, while Kazushuk drives an Alfa Romeo 155 TS6, making for an interesting matchup. Meanwhile, Shinigami has gained a position as well, now in 7th after overtaking Koki Beninity. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers battle for the top spots. Naibe is making significant progress, reducing the gap to a lead for 103 by 32.3 seconds. Duff Dad has just gained a position, moving up to P13 after successfully overtaking Neotexan. The competition is heating up as Naibe continues to close in on a lead for 103. Waintra 94 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Neotexan by 31.5 seconds as he pushes hard. In the battle for Seven, Koki Bainini in the Mercedes Cone 180 DTM and 13 Shinigami in the BMW M3 GT-R Evo are engaged in a close contest, demonstrating competitive driving as they jockey for position. The dynamics of the race are shifting as Waintra 94 continues to chase down Neotexan effectively. Koki Beninity is now in 6th after successfully overtaking Hug at 3 from Team Nufgom Kings. Meanwhile, Famaka has advanced to 13, having passed Sabine 27. The race continues to see dynamic shifts in positions as drivers push for better placements. Rizaldi Adha in the Mercedes Cone. 180 DTM is currently neck and neck with La Croissant 1980 in the Opel Calibra DTM for 20th position. Rizaldi has just executed a clean overtake on La Croissant 1980, moving ahead on the main straight. However, La Croissant 1980 is not backing down and is quickly closing the gap again. They're entering a tight corner, and it looks like La Croissant 1980 is attempting to dive inside for a counter overtake. This battle for 20th is heating up as they approach the next turn. Neil Texan from Team Nafgong Kings has significantly reduced the gap to Funnier Shoal Gaming, now trailing by just 2.1 seconds. The pace is picking up as Neil Texan pushes hard for an overtake. Meanwhile, in the mid-pack, we have a tight battle between car number 7 and car number 12, with car number 7 attempting an inside move but unable to complete it. Further back, car number 15 has made a pit stop, losing valuable time in the process. The dynamics of the race are shifting as the front runners maintain their positions while Neo Texum continues to apply pressure. Elite 403 has successfully advanced to P24 after overtaking Novaruk and Sir Ironbot. This move showcases Elite 403's strategic positioning and rapid acceleration. The gap between Elite 403 and the next car in P23 is approximately 3 car lengths, indicating a potential for further advancement. The race dynamics remain competitive as other cars continue to jockey for position behind them. Okayoki 3 has reduced the gap to Hot Wheels Skidon, now just 2.2 seconds behind. The pressure is on as they approach the next turn. Meanwhile, Speedsterks is holding steady in third place, maintaining a comfortable distance from the leaders. In fifth, Turbo Turtle is attempting to overtake Drift King, who is currently in fourth, but has not yet managed to close that gap significantly. The race dynamics are shifting, particularly with Okayoki 3 gaining momentum. Hey there, Jonna 1997Y? Welcome back to the race. Check your flag, we're just watching some speedy AI cars tear it up. Grab some popcorn and enjoy the show. Party Popper. Kamikaze 38 has significantly reduced the gap to Buchanshaw and Maya, now trailing by just 3.5 seconds. Sabine 27 has made a notable move, advancing to 14 after successfully overtaking Famaka. Ogayogi 3 is also gaining ground on Hot Wheels Ski Dome, with the gap now down to 2.2 seconds. Kamikaze 38 is gaining ground on Byakunshaw and Maya, reducing the gap to 2.4 seconds. Meanwhile, in the midfield, Zorak has just executed a clean overtake on Vortex Racer, moving into 5th place. Up front, Alphabot maintains a steady lead but is starting to feel pressure from Drone Master, who is just 1.5 seconds behind. The race dynamics are shifting as we approach the midpoint, with several drivers jockeying for position. Fonya Shell Gaming has reduced the distance to Neo Texan by 5.1 seconds, moving in for a potential overtake. Wayne Tre 94 is also making progress, decreasing the gap to 7:27 by 21.3 seconds, which could lead to some action soon. Kamikaze 38 is closing in on both Byakunshaw and Maya, cutting the gap by 2.2 seconds, indicating that we may see a three-way battle developing. Dinkamani 704 has made a significant move, overtaking 4 cars to secure 6. Meanwhile, Nukambakum is experiencing difficulties, dropping back 7 positions to P9. Kazishuk is also struggling, falling 6 spots to Pen. The dynamics of the race are shifting as these positions change. Kamikaze 38 has successfully moved into P9, overtaking Huggard 3 in the process. The battle for that position is heating up, with Kamikaze 38 in a BMW M3 GTR, Eva All and Huggard 3, driving an Alfa Romeo 155 TV6. Both drivers are showing strong pace as they jostle for position on the track. Kokibin Energy has now secured P2 after successfully overtaking Todd R. Gardner. Meanwhile, Huggard 3 in the Alfa Romeo 155 TV6 is engaged in a close battle for P9 with Kamikaze 38, who is driving the BMW M3 GTR EV. In the back, Sabine 27 has advanced to 15 after passing Famaka. The race dynamics are intensifying as these AI-driven cars continue to jockey for position. Kamikaze 38 has successfully advanced to P9, executing a clean overtake on Hugger 3. Both drivers are from Team Nafgum Kings, and they are now locked in a tight contest for that position. Kamikaze 38 is maneuvering the BMW M3 GT-R Evo, while Hugger 3 is behind in the Alfa Romeo 155 TR6, maintaining close pressure. In a separate battle, Rizaldi Adha has moved up to P20 after overtaking Okayoki 3-T. The race continues to unfold with dynamic changes in positions throughout the field. Hey Joker Tibbs. Welcome back to the pit crew. Checkered flag, we've missed your racing spirit. Let's see if our AI drivers can get their engines purring as smooth as you. Automobile dashing away party. Kokibanenity has executed a remarkable maneuver, overtaking 6 cars in quick succession to claim the first position. Kasishuk is steadily reducing the gap to Nukembokem, now trailing by 14.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Elite 403 is making strides towards Rizaldi Adha, shrinking the distance by 5.36 seconds. The dynamics on the track are shifting as these drivers push their limits. The race kicks off with Sirius Guy taking an immediate lead as they blaze down the straightaway. Shinigami is right behind, showing some aggressive tactics in the corners. Tenkamen in 7-4 is hanging back, plotting their next move. It's a tight field and the pressure's on for those mid-pack drivers. Duff Dad has significantly reduced the distance to N29 Kia from Team Also No Name Racing, now just 19.4 seconds behind. Meanwhile, there's a close contest for P24 between Hot Wheels Skidon in an Opel Calibra DTM and Novaruk along with Sirarimbot, both piloting a Mercedes Cone 180 DTM. The battle for that position is heating up as they jockey for track advantage. Hot Wheels Skidona has successfully moved up to P23 after executing a clean overtake on both Novaruk and Sirarimbot. The maneuver showcased impressive timing and precision, allowing Hot Wheels Skidon to gain 2 positions in quick succession. The race continues to unfold with tight competition. Yukatib said, "Hey Amy, what racetrack is this?" "Hey there. We're racing at the beautiful Brno track. It's known for its flowing layout and scenic views. Perfect for some thrilling AI action. Racing car dashing away." Nukem has successfully overtaken Kadishuk, taking position P3. Immediately following that, Kazashuk moved ahead of Cedric, claiming foul for himself. Cedric then maneuvered past Todor Gardner, securing 5. The dynamics are shifting rapidly in the top 5 positions. Neither has advanced to P24, after successfully overtaking N29 Kia JR. Meanwhile, N29 Kia has also made progress, moving up to P25 by overtaking both Novaruk and Sirarambot. Thanapal Fugabol is a title port that entities. The positions are shifting as the race intensifies. Crenshaw and Meyer in the Opel Calibra DTM are currently locked in a tight battle for 10th position. Neotexum, driving the BMW M3 GTR Evo, is closely trailing them. As they approach the first turn, Crenshaw attempts an inside line to gain an advantage over Meyer. Meanwhile, Neotexum is looking for an opportunity to overtake either car as they enter the straightaway. The positions remain unchanged for now, but the tension is building with each lap. Neotexum has successfully moved into Pen, overtaking both Crenshaw and Meyer in a decisive maneuver. The battle for Pen is intensifying as Neotexum, piloting the BMW M3 GTR Evo, fends off pressure from Crenshaw and Meyer, who are both driving the Opel Calibra DTM. The 3 cars are closely packed, showcasing a tight contest for position. Neotexum appears to be maintaining a slight edge, but Crenshaw and Meyer are not far behind, looking for any opportunity to regain their positions. The dynamics of this trio are critical as they navigate the track. Sabine 27 has successfully moved up to P12, executing a clean overtake on Duff Dadada. The maneuver was precise, showcasing excellent timing and speed. Moving forward, Sabine 27 appears to be gaining momentum, aiming for the next competitor ahead. Lacroisson 1980 has indeed made significant progress, now just 2.7 seconds behind Rizaldi. The gap is narrowing as Lacroisson 1980 increases his pace. Meanwhile, Ada needs to defend his position while maintaining optimal speed. The dynamics of this battle are critical as they approach a tight corner ahead. Let's see how this unfolds. Neither has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Rizaldi Adha from Team Quark Express by 32.2 seconds. The pace is picking up as Naibe looks to continue the charge forward. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is maintaining close positions, but no other major overtakes have occurred recently. Keep an eye on that battle for position, as Naibe gains momentum. Naibe and N29 Key, from Team Also No Name Racing, are engaged in a tight battle for P24. Naibe is currently holding the position, but N29 Kie is applying pressure, looking for an opportunity to overtake. They are both navigating the turns with precision, and it's evident that N29 Kie is trying to find a gap as they approach the straightaway. A slipstream could play a significant role here if timed correctly. The tension is rising as they head into the next corner. Let's see if N29 Kie can make a move.
Is that a podium, boys? Is that a podium? It's a
Hey Red Panama! Welcome back to the racetrack. Automobile dashing away ready to cheer on some speedy AI. Let's go!